You know, Casey, we like to do bounce houses. We like to have parties. We like to be a little bit loud from time to time, and we really don't want somebody measuring our grass and telling us that, you know, we can't hang a wreath on our door and that we got to have the Christmas lights down by a certain day. And if we don't want to water the grass and we want to park up in the lawn and everything else, we want the freedom to do that, guys. If that is you, then this is a video that you guys should watch, guys, because today we're out here in Southeast Fresno in the boundaries of the award-winning Clovis Unified School District, guys, showcasing some amazing homes that do not have an HOA. So the biggest thing, one of the biggest things I hear from many clients is that, hey, I really want to buy a brand new house, but I really don't want to pay an HOA, I don't want to be controlled by an HOA, and I don't want to have rules on what I can and cannot do to my house. If I want to paint it, I want to be able to do that. I want the freedom. And if that person is you, if I'm speaking to you, then this is a video you should watch, and these are some homes that you should consider. So stick around till the end, and let's dive in, guys. All right, so right here in this community where I'm at today, we've got like 8 different floor plans for models out here. The reason that you see so many models behind me in the drone footage, all that, is because there's 2 different product lines by the same builder happening, modeled right here in this row here. Now, all the homes that you see here are not being built in the same subdivision. They're kind of spread out, kind of in the general area. But good news is that both of the ones today are being built in the same area. They have no HOA, and there's a release coming here in just about a week. So you guys are watching the video at the perfect time. So let me flip it around and show you guys what I see. So if you like the look of this really pretty 2-story, then you're gonna wanna either hang out with us or fast forward, but please don't fast forward, guys. We want you to watch the video. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna pack into today's video. This home right here, though, is actually the one that we're gonna see first. It is a single-story 3-bed plus a den. Now, what's interesting, the difference in size between the 2 homes in the video today is approximately 1,000 square feet. It's just under 1,000 square foot difference. It's like 960 square feet difference between house 1 and house 2. So you're gonna see firsthand today what 1,000 more feet looks like in a home in this area, okay? So something nice is that you have a little arch that I was just standing under. It's got a porch. It may not be arched if it's not the Spanish exterior, but check it out, guys. All the houses in this area come with comp roofs. Solar is required. The cost is very effective. We're gonna get to that later. But let's first go in and just have a look at this thing and see if it's anything that you guys would even remotely consider. So what do you guys think? What are your initial reactions? Before I get too far into the video, I want to talk like I typically do really quick on how this particular builder operates, how they do things out here. What you see is what you get, with exceptions, guys. And what I mean by exceptions is this faux brick wall behind me you get texture throughout the home. It looks just like what you see here, nice hand troweled looking texture. The floor, you do have an option. There's like 4 different color choices. There's not a cost difference at all, depending on what you pick. It's just a selection that you have if you purchase one of these homes in an early enough stage where they haven't ordered the floor yet. But there's no options for like a 4th bedroom, or can we move this here, do that? Like, that is not how it works. Everything is pre-spec'd, and I'm gonna point out as we go what comes standard and then what is just here to spruce up the model. But there's not upgrades. You can't upgrade things at all. So I'll explain as we go. Let's just get on with it, huh? So that is where we just came in. If you guys were confused, that's where we just came in, okay? Now, what's kind of cool about this, my first thought is, wow, I love this entry here. I love the large entry. It's very grand feeling. It's got a nice flow. Now, this is a 3-bedroom home plus a den. Now the den, why don't we start in the den? We're not gonna do the den at the end because we'll be done by then. Just kidding. That's a stupid dad joke. All right, we're gonna be done by then. So let's start with the den. This is a good functional space depending on what you're trying to do with the house. If you have like lots of kids and you need 4 bedrooms, we actually have a 4-bedroom floor plan out here that is single-story. We're not showing it today. It didn't make the cut for today's video, guys, but we will be back out here soon showing you that floor plan. But you know, if you need like an office or something, this could totally work for an office. It doesn't have a door, it's got an open space. So for some people, this may not work as an office, but it could totally make sense for a homework space for kids or something. Now, up here in the front is bedroom number 1. Okay, this is the first bedroom that we are seeing. And it's a very fair size. That is a full bed right there. And so look at all the space. You got space for a chair, a couple of tables from Home Goods. Just kidding, I don't know where they bought them. And you got all this space over here. So there's a lot of room. This would accommodate a queen bed if you needed a bigger bed in here. Good size room. This, in my opinion, I like an office that looks out to the front. In my home, that's what we did. We made our front bedroom my office, but it doesn't make any difference. You don't have to do that. In fact, you probably wouldn't do that if you needed an office and 2 bedrooms for little ones or something, because you have this space. So it'd be like an office plus this, and then a 1 bedroom. Nah, that wouldn't work. All right, this is bedroom 2, all right? This bedroom was on the elemental chart, right? You see over there? Looks like molecules. Just kidding. We're not getting a lesson on biology today because I don't know what I'm talking about, but it reminded me of something scientific, so that's kind of cool. Decent sized room. This is a twin bed. Just keep that in mind. It is a twin bed. There is space on each side to accommodate a larger bed if you wanted to do so. You could. But not bad. Overall, not bad. So this is the carpet that comes with the home. This is the wall texture that you receive. This is the light that comes in here. Not the most exciting light in the world, but you know what? It's a light. You can change it out and you're not being charged for a fancy light that you don't like. So that's kind of a good thing. And then bathroom number 1, guys. We have a vanity with an undermount sink. This is a full bath because we do have the shower tub combo. All right up here, shower tub combo. Fiberglass insert is pretty common these days. We're seeing it more and more. Most new builds, 90% of new construction homes, for whatever reason, come with the fiberglass inserts. I don't know if it's probably more cost effective. If I had to be honest, it's probably more cost effective, which is understandable. We're all trying to cut costs and save a buck. I understand. All right, we have a closet, linen closet right here in this first little space right here. So this is nice, you know, people come over to visit. The only thing is when people do come over to visit, you really got to make sure this is picked up, unless you just don't care. That's fine too. More power to you, to be honest with you, not caring what people think. But you know, people are going to see this as they come through. So there's always that, but not a big deal. And then as we mosey on down the entry, the garage is here. It's locked, so we're not going in. Let me get to this though. This is pretty impressive looking. So nice setup here. All right, check it out. What do you guys think? Do you like this, or does it feel, how does it feel? I don't know. I don't want to tell you what I think it is. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. Does it feel tight? Does it feel too big? I certainly don't think it feels too big, if I'm being honest. It's cozy. I think cozy is a good way to put it. And I do feel like even though this home is almost 1,800 square feet, there's quite a bit of space. I'm not gonna say wasted. Let's say utilized in the entryway here. I mean, that might be 5 feet wide by, I don't know, 25, 30 feet. If it's a 5 by 30, that's 150 of your square feet here, right? Which is bigger than a bedroom itself. So the floor plan is a good one. It flows well. It creates separation. So you do have the 2 beds up in the front, the den, and then the primary is back over here, which we are going to get to here in a few minutes. But let's check out this great room area, and then we'll continue here. So real quick, guys, if you are thinking about relocating to the Fresno or Clovis, or really anywhere in the Central Valley, reach out to us. It's what we love to do. We love helping people relocate and make their move easy, and help negotiate the best terms, and logistically help people plan the move, and just all of it. You know, I know it sounds like a lot of people, Casey, why do we need a real estate agent if we're buying a new construction house? Because there's more to it than just calling the builder and saying, hey, I want to buy your house, right? There's a lot of logistics that happen when you move. There's a lot of stuff. I could go into my value add on why I think you should use an agent, which I'm not going to do right this second. That's not what this video is about. You can reach out to us and I'm more than happy to tell you all of the reasons why. I can have clients give testimonials on why it was valuable to have us help them on their team. So, but if you are looking to move, at least inquire with us and we'll go from there. There's no pressure. That's never our approach. But anyways, enough of that. Subscribe, by the way. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We're almost to 1,000. We're at 937, I think today is as of this morning. So we're on our home stretch to 1,000, guys. So help us get there, please. All right, let's flip it back around. So here is the kitchen area. It is very nicely laid out. You know, kind of cool. I like the window. I always say this when I see it. I guess I do like this because it seems like I always think to mention this. I like the window looking out. We've got a metal sink here, which will scratch. I've learned from experience. So get the thing that goes in the bottom. It'll probably still scratch, but it will hopefully help. Now this is pretty because you have the hedge right there. When you get your house, it's gonna have a wood fence between these, so they do come fenced. And I'm only saying that because if you are from a different part of the country, that may or may not be the case where you currently live. So don't think to myself, it's obvious, Casey, houses are fenced. Not necessarily, depending on where you're coming from. And I've learned that along the way on this YouTube journey with helping clients relocate. So oftentimes clients will ask me things like, Casey, does that house come with AC? Or how much would it be to add air conditioning? And it's standard, guys. Every new construction home out here has air conditioning. In fact, it's a health and safety issue more than anything else. So it comes with air conditioning, which might sound crazy again if you're not from here. Or it might sound crazy if you are from here. It might seem obvious, but it's not necessarily a bad question. There's no such thing as a bad question. We're here to bring clarity to you guys. So, all right, so I'm kind of walking around the dining table as I'm making my way around this house. And you know, it's got a good feel. It's got a really good flow. I will say though, if you were entertaining and had like the whole family over and everyone's got the chairs out and you're trying to get around to, you know, flip the chicken before it burns on the grill or something, then this might get a little tight just because like you're gonna have to like shimmy your way. I don't know. I mean, day to day, it's fine, you know. A lot of my clients, you know, make the decision, oh, well, we'd like to entertain, you know, so we really need a bigger dining space, right? That is fantastic. We love to entertain in my house. We have the space. Well, it depends on how many people. You know, we have space to entertain a normal. The lights just turned off because the thing's not detecting movement. Hang on, let me walk back over here so the lights will come back on. There we go. Sorry, guys. Anyways, we like to entertain at my house. And you know, when we have, you know, 20 people, 30 people over, the house starts feeling a little bit cramped, you know, unless we're inside and outside and all that. But the reality is, buy it for what you need 80 to 90% of the time, right? You don't necessarily, I don't know. Who cares what I think, because I'm a nobody and you're buying it, not me. So take this with a grain of salt. But my advice, if the house will work for you guys 80 to 90% of the time, then go for it, right? Why pay all this extra money for a lot bigger house so that when you entertain 3 times a year, you can accommodate everybody, right? Do what works for the immediate family. And I promise when you guys have big events, big birthdays and stuff, you'll be fine, right? My wife and our first home together was a 455 square foot studio apartment where the bed was basically in the living room. And we had my family, my wife's family, maybe 12 to 15 people, which not a ton, but that's a crowd in a 455 square foot studio apartment. And guess what? It was great. My wife says to this day, babe, my favorite place was our studio. It's like, really? We're paying all this money for this house we have now. And you liked the studio that was like $500-600 a month. But you know what? It's the sentimental thing. My point is you focus on what matters and you'll be just fine. You don't have to accommodate, you know, you don't need an acre to have a wedding one day. All right, I've rambled. Let's move back to what matters, guys. Let's step out and have a quick peek. at the yard size. I kind of like this pot here. It doesn't come with it, but I like it. It's kind of a cool thing. So this is about the size of the yard. Now this landscaping is very mature because these have been here for several years. They have been building the subdivision for quite some time now. Again, when you get yours, oh, here's a little sneak peek. That's what we're gonna see here in a little while, so stick around, guys. There's gonna be a fence, a wood fence here, guys. Here's your condenser on the ground. Okay, now there are barking fur babies behind me. If you hear that in the background, that's what you're hearing. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. This is a good space. This is certainly not a massive backyard or anything. It's not like, oh my God, this is a huge backyard. But you know what? It's low maintenance. It's quaint. I guess that's like a real estate word. It's a quaint space, right? So I guess I'll use it. But it's a nice, cozy little space. You could put some lights back here, the market lights, string them up, get your fire pit going, and you know, enjoy some relaxing back here in the evening once the kids are down or something. That could be cool. So you know what? I'll be honest. I have seen some really, really cool backyards where people have gotten very creative with their spaces and made it really, really nice. So that yard you could do a lot with. I mean, you're not gonna put a pool back there. Maybe the one from Costco, maybe, but you're not gonna build a pool back there. But you know what? If you want a pool, my advice is I tell everybody, if you want a pool, let's find you a resale home with a pool. We do a lot of resale, we do a lot of listings. Some people have the impression that we only do new construction because that's primarily what we talk about on this channel. That is not the case. That's just what this particular YouTube channel is kind of based around, is relocation, new construction, lifestyle in Fresno. But we do a lot of resale stuff. So if that's you, let us know, we can help you with it. In fact, we might do more resale than new construction actually, I don't know. But if you want a pool, it's so much cheaper, guys, so much more cost effective to find a home with a pool versus buying a house and then spending 60, 50, 60, 80K, 100K to put a pool in that you'll never get back if you sell the house in 5 to 8 years. Just food for thought. Okay. This is pretty good. The laundry, guys. Do you think this house has a laundry room? I don't know. Oh, it does. What do you know? So back in the 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, I think in some cases, here in this area, a lot of the laundry rooms, well, a lot of the houses didn't have laundry rooms. They were set up in the garage, which works. That's not a problem, you know, in most cases. But I'll be honest, after having it in the house, it is really nice, and it would be very difficult to go back to having it out in the garage. Okay, my lights just turned off on me again, but you know what? Oh yeah, I can't control these at all. Well, we'll just see it real quick the way it is. This is actually good. It shows you the natural light. So let's just roll with this. Good size primary, king size bed, good foot space down here at the end. This is all great. Okay. Now we don't have a tub in here. We do have the shower, fiberglass shower insert. Step-in shower, nearly zero clearance, not quite, because there's a little thing you gotta step over there, but it's nearly zero clearance. It's a step-in shower, so that's very functional if you are aging and you want easy accessibility to the shower. All right, we've got dual undermount sinks in here. This is a quartz counter, same that you saw in the kitchen and other bath. So this is good, very nice. All right, our water closet is to my right there. And let's have a peek at the closet. Oh, this is good. All right, nice, this is good. This is your telecommunications hub, by the way. So if you have internet, which I'm sure you'll have, the provider will need to access this panel. So keep it clear for now. All right. This is good, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it, or is it like, do you hate it? Are you like ready to click off the video? If that is you, please don't, because you know what? We are about ready to show you a home that we've never ever shown before on this channel. There's very few of these particular floor plans, the 2-story we're going over to right now, very few of these being built because these are primarily single-story home neighborhoods. But the builder decided that some people need 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,700 plus square feet, and not everybody wants a single story. They want the 2-story for the added space on the same size lot. So benefits to this house right here that we're gonna walk into is that you get almost 1,000 more square feet, a bigger backyard, like a lot more on the same lot. Bigger house, bigger yard, same size lot. How the heck is that even possible? It doesn't even make sense, but it does make sense, and you're gonna see why right now. Let's check it out. All right, we're inside, guys, obviously, and this is the, I call it a landing space, not a foyer, kind of a landing space. It's really just an entry. But look at this, guys. Like when you come over on, Thanksgiving, right? Come over on Thanksgiving, the family knocks on the door, they hit the button, and you answer the door. You come in, you guys do the half hug, you know, fake kiss on the cheeks thing, whatever it is that you guys do. You know, this is where that happens, right? It's space. It's space. I like that. I'm not sure what would go here. This would be great for a little piano. If you have a kid who's learning piano, this would be a great spot. Why does that come to mind for me? Why do you think? So I actually play the piano. I have played the piano for my whole life. I don't play that much these days, but I did the whole lessons thing. And I never really could read music very well. I kind of play it by ear. And one time I was doing lessons, I started learning how to play Für Elise, and we got home, my piano teacher played the song at the lesson, get home, sit down, and I got the music up on the piano, I'm playing away, and my mom was like, wow, you're already learning Für Elise, huh? I said, yeah. And she walks over and flips the sheet music upside down and says, no, you're not, your music's upside down, you're not even reading it. And it wasn't like I was playing it great or anything, but it was kind of the melody. So kind of just a funny thing to come to mind when I thought about piano lessons. But this would be a great spot to put a piano. It would echo. The acoustics in here probably would be amazing with this cutout in the ceiling above me here that goes all the way up there, guys. Another thing is if you have a thing for really tall Christmas trees, look guys, you could do it. Right there. And up we go. 20-footer, here we go. Seriously, it'd have to fit between here. But guys, I'm telling you, you could put a tall tree here. Pretty cool. I don't know, what would you put here? Either way, kind of a cool space. So before we go over there, actually, let's go this way. If we come in and go left, oh, see, this is nice. I like this. This is great. We've got a good size, what appears to be set up as a guest room here. Either they like people coming over or they like Beauty and the Beast. What do you guys think? I don't know. But this is a good sized room and it looks out to the front. And this is an awesome feature for this house because even though it's a 2-story, if you have somebody moving in with you, it's nice to have the downstairs bedroom if they're aging. And then you have the appropriate shower right here that the primary had in the last house where you just step into the shower. It's got the bench. Like this is actually well thought out in most cases for people. So this is good. It's a little different material, still a quartzite quartz material. A little different than the last house, but it's still very, very nice. In fact, I almost like this one better. I don't know if they're soft close. We're gonna find out when we get to the cocina. That is kitchen for all my viewers that didn't know. All right. Now, this is all great. We're gonna see why here in a bit. Garage is locked, but it's right through that door there. Harry Potter would be pretty comfortable. Now, this is what I love. This is what I love right here, guys. I like reality, right? I'm a very realistic person. I like to be very upfront with people and honest about things and what I see. And you know, what I see here is some fantastic staging. And what I mean by that is that, okay, it's not staged. Someone just flung some pillows in the closet, but that's reality. Like that, maybe you're thinking, oh, well, I would never do that. I would never do such a thing. Look, if you're sitting there on the couch watching this video, somebody in your room right now has done that before. People, oh, mom's gonna be here in 10 minutes. She's around the corner. I thought she was coming at 5 and it's 4:15. All right, let's just fling some pillows in the closet, shut the door like this. And then, you know, fast forward 10 minutes. Wow, your house looks great. Oh, thank you. Looks great. Yeah, we do a great job maintaining things, right? So we've all been there, done that. That gives you a little taste of what reality actually looks like for a lot of people. So, okay. I think you're gonna be impressed, guys. This looks really nice. Initial thoughts, guys. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you guys think of this. I personally think this is really nice. I feel like this is much bigger than the last house. It is. It's almost 1,000 feet bigger than the last house, but you really can feel the space. 1,000 square feet is a huge difference because like this living space here is huge. Okay, this is kind of odd, in my opinion. And again, who cares what Casey thinks? I'm nobody. But I don't know, like I don't think I would ever choose to put a table right there. Like why would you need that? I don't know. I guess if you're gonna play Jenga. Oh, it makes sense. They're gonna play Jenga. So you gotta have the Jenga table, or are they gonna play Monopoly? That thing says Monopoly on it. So maybe, look, I don't think that's necessary, but who cares? Because you have a dining table over there. You could put a table 2-3 feet longer than that if you wanted to because of all the space here. This kind of fills the space, but to me I think a smaller round table with 2 chairs, if anything, but that's like a full another dining table. But you know what, with that, you can certainly see that it can accommodate that. So it's got space. And look how big this is over here. This is much, 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 much bigger than the last home. All right, so if you're like the growing family and you're like the one who's gonna be hosting the holidays, maybe step up to something like this because it's really more, it's really quite a bit more functional if you are growing. You've got, you know, let's say 2 or 3 kids and another one coming and in-laws coming over and family and all of that jazz. This is great. I like this. So this is good. The kitchen's a good size. The island's nice. I love these little pillars that support the island. It looks pretty cool. All right, let's just do it, guys. Why wait? That is not soft close, guys. Let me show you. Not soft close. Not a big deal. You can add the hinges if it matters. I just like to see, and I think people wait for that now at this point. So it's a really beautiful kitchen though. In fact, I like the darker cabinets. I wasn't into that, but it's kind of like making its comeback and I think it looks really good. Now, this is an all electric community, so you do get an electric stove here. Okay, so that's what you get. This is what it comes with. Nice cabinetry over here. We got the microwave above the stove, very good. Comes with the fridge and the washer and dryer. Now look at the pantry in this house. This is good, I like it, this is nice. Good space here, guys. Plenty of pantry space for anybody looking to store some stuff in a pantry, which is most of us. All right, little coffee bar action over here. So there's actually good counter space in here, which is very, very nice because we all need some space. You know, we certainly all could use some good space here. So, okay, we are gonna go upstairs in a moment, but I want you to first see the size of this yard. Bigger house, bigger yard, same size lot. How do they do it? Let's see, let's check this thing out. Okay, see, this is like a normal backyard, guys. This is like a normal, like growing up in the 90s type of backyard here, you know, a little smaller, but honestly, like this is, you can come back here and kick the soccer ball around or, you know, play some bocce ball, you know, whatever, croquet, whatever you're into. Actually, you know what? So my wife, a couple of weeks ago, we were at her uncle's house, and he's got a very big backyard with lots and lots of grass, and he had a net set up with badminton. And I have not played badminton since I was in high school in PE. And I forgot how much fun it is, you know? It was a lot of fun playing badminton. You know, you whack the thing and, you know, you dive for it so it doesn't hit the ground. Like, it was a lot of fun. And then Sophie's out there running around on the grass underneath the net, back and forth. So we got to watch her, watch the shuttlecock, you know, all of the above, guys. It was kind of chaotic, but it was a lot of fun. So you guys should play badminton, actually. I kind of want to buy they bought the thing on Amazon, so I think I'm going to buy the set and play it at my house. It was a lot of fun. But in all honesty, this is a great backyard. Very nice. So, and even how they design this is great. Now, when you get your house, like most new construction homes, it's going to be a dirt lot, dirt backyard back here, no olive trees, no concrete, except the little pad to step onto when you come out of the slider. But how they did this is really nice, actually. I would probably do something similar to this if I bought this house. So, and notice that the homes have gutters, okay? There's gutters that go across here, and well, part of the way up there, that's kind of weird that they stopped right there in the middle up top. But guys, gutters are needed because it will allow water to be drained properly. Otherwise, it's going to hit the concrete and splash against the stucco and damage the stucco, and then later you're going to have an issue. So we want to be on top of the gutter situation. Some builders have pretty much eliminated gutters altogether because they're trying to cut costs. It just seems like, how much are they really saving by eliminating gutters? You know, can't be that much. Like, every homeowner can pay an extra $100. Did I show you guys this closet? Did you see this? It's just a linen closet. I don't think I opened it, but okay. Upstairs we go. I hope you guys are ready because you're gonna love this. If you love what you're seeing, guys, subscribe to this channel. We have videos coming out every single Saturday at 8 a.m. and occasionally on Wednesdays we do a lifestyle video. So subscribe to the channel, and if you are thinking about relocating, then reach out to us so we can help you make it as smooth as possible, guys. Relocating is stressful enough in itself. We don't need to make it even more complicated with having nobody on your side. So let us help you guys with it. It's what we love to do. Check this out, guys. So yes, you get a loft. This is like the second living room. This is like having, well, it is. It's not like having a second living room. You get a second living room with this because you have this loft. So this acts as a nice, comfortable, relaxing space. You could totally hang a TV on that wall, turn that couch. Like, there's a number of ways you could work this, but it's nice to have the option to do that. So now this over here is the laundry room. All right, those front loaders that you see there are included. You have the wire rack shelf up top there. All right, and this is nice as well. This is also included. This little built-in here, you can fold some laundry. Very cool. This house is not bad. I'm serious, it is not bad at all. This is the front bedroom that looks out to the front of the home. All right, that wall is a design feature. It doesn't come that way. Again, you get this paint and texture on your walls, as you see here. All right, so this is good. All right, normal size closet, full size closet, which is great. It's not the narrow, skinny doors. It's a good size closet. All right. And then if we cross, oh, there's the TV there. I said that you could put it over here, but what they did I think is better actually, having it there. So that's cool. Across the way, wow, this is giant, guys. Play hard or go home is what the sign says. Okay. This is a good sized room. Now keep in mind that the beds are shoved up against the wall. This reminds me of what my brother's room was like as a kid. We had bunk beds like that. We both had twins though. But this is good. This is like really functional, and there's a lot of space here. So I like this. This is nice. Bunk beds fit well in here, and this room is big though. It's definitely bigger than average. Good size. Same size closet I think as the last room. All right, now we have the bathroom, guys. This is the second bathroom that we're seeing. We have the downstairs bath next to that bedroom with the step-in shower. We've got this one up here for bath time because this is likely where your kids will, their rooms will be, especially if they're little ones, since the primary is up here, and we're gonna see that in a minute. But bath time can happen right there in front of you on that, in that tub right there. We've got dual undermount sinks, same quartz material, same cabinetry as downstairs in the kitchen. Fiberglass insert, but again, we do have the tub, so that's nice. And then there's no door, which I'm okay with, honestly, going into the water closet, but it's nice the toilet's kind of set back there, a little bit more private. So this is a good bathroom, guys. I like it, it's good. All right, and then we've got a linen closet here. That's nice. Straight ahead of me is bedroom number 4. That bed's also shoved up into the corner, which makes this room look bigger than it actually is. But the room's not a bad size. It's average. I'm not gonna say it's a massive bedroom. This one is about average. The last room was big. This one's probably average, in my opinion. And again, my opinions, it is what it is. Okay, the closet's good. All right. Now, this feels like a lot of space. 2741, I think it is. Let's go back over here. Now this is interesting because you have the stairs, so you have to come up here and you have to pass the primary. So like if you've got kids trying to sneak out at night or something, they've got to go by the warden's room, which is right here, to get down the stairs. Interesting. Well thought out. Well played. Okay, wow, this is actually a good size. Check this out. This is big. This is great, guys. Now this room looks out to the backyard, so you can get a glimpse of that from here. So if you do your yard half as nice as this one, you'll have a really nice view. All right, this is good. Okay, now this is a nice size shower. This is very good. This is actually tiled here. This is not an insert. This is grouted and tiled, which is really nice. I don't think that's technically a bench, but you could sit on it if you needed to. Okay, we get the tub in here as well. Okay, this is good. It's nice. So you could do bath time in here. Whatever works, guys. Undermount sinks. I keep saying that. All that means is that the sink is mounted underneath the countertop, which looks nice, but if you have to replace a sink for any reason, I don't know if that might be tough, not sure, but all right, cool. Water closet right there. Toilet room is what I like to call it. And then we've got a really generous closet here. This is actually really good. It's kind of broken up into 2 sections, kind of the straight ahead section, and then we've got to the left, guys. To the left, to the left. Okay, so that's cool. Attic access is there. Telecommunications panel is right there. The clothes, guys, for an extra $5,000, they will leave these clothes. All right, that was a joke, by the way. All right, let's head back on down. We have seen the house. We're gonna go down the stairs, guys. What do you think of this? Do you like it? Are you blown away at how nice these things are? If you are, then stick with us, guys, a little longer because we're gonna try to make it quick. I'm going to jump into the map real quick right now. We're gonna show you guys where we are today, and then we're going to dive into some pricing. There's a release coming, guys. We can get you an interest rate in the high 4% range if we structured a certain way, and that's as of now. Things could change by the time you see this video or whatever. or if the incentive changes by the builder, we can talk about all of that stuff later. But for now, let's go to the map, guys, and then we will call it a day shortly thereafter. Before I dive into the map, really quick, I just want to drive you guys around to show you a little bit. It's something that I have been doing lately. I think people appreciate it, and it means a lot in this video in particular because you'll notice there wasn't a lot of drone shots throughout this video so far because we're actually in the flight path for an airport, which basically means I cannot launch my drone over here. I launched it for a quick second and then it stopped launching. It said it's landing and I can't even get the thing off the ground anymore. So anyways, let me kind of show you guys what this neighborhood looks like as I kind of cruise through to give you a feel for it. I'll cruise up the road to show you where they're currently building, and then we will then go to the map, all right? So it's always nice to see the models and to see, you know, how beautiful they're staged and everything. But what you don't see is what the actual neighborhood looks like. You know, we want to see, do people maintain their yards? This is a non-HOA community, which honestly there are pros and cons to an HOA. You know, there's a level of recourse if you are a homeowner who is tidy and maintains the rules and whatever, and you got a neighbor who lets their yard grow to 5-foot weeds. You can call the HOA and they can enforce something. So there's that. On the other hand, you know, you could, if you're that person, you may not want an HOA. So it really depends on what side of the spectrum you're on in terms of that. But either way, I just want people to see what the actual neighborhood looks like. This is how people maintain their properties, and this is likely what your street is going to look very similar to if you choose to buy here. So the yards aren't, oh, look at the airplane up there. Check it out. Wait. Right behind the house. There it is. So it's not super loud, but you will hear airplanes here, guys. In fact, let me do this. Let me exit the neighborhood. You kind of got a little glimpse of this. Let me go out to the main street here. All right, it's clear. Let's go. All right, now this here is sort of the newer area. Okay, like I said earlier, they've been building these homes in this area for several years. This is sort of I think this is all like 2025 newer homeowners. You can see updated color schemes, things like that. So these are nice. Well, they're all nice actually, but you can see like the weeds here, not a huge thing. You might be neighborly and go knock on the door and ask them to pull their, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go over. Ask you, hey neighbor, please pull your weeds because you're making the neighborhood look bad. There's always somebody in the neighborhood who does that. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, like you have a jet ski, a trailer, a car in the drive, a car out here for sale. It's not like it's that bad, and it's certainly not everybody. Like if you look over here, these all look pretty good. You know, pretty clean. It's just, you have sometimes neighbors, not that they're bad neighbors whatsoever, but you just may not agree with how they do things, and there's no rules or restrictions to eliminate that from happening necessarily. So, you know, again, pros and cons. I don't know if I'm for it or against it. There's pros and cons that need to be weighed out. Now over here where all this piping is, you can kind of see it there, I think. This is where the new phase is happening. So if you are looking to reserve one of these on the next release coming up here in about a week or so, reach out to us. We will be out here at 6 o'clock in the morning holding your spot. We take pride in doing that, so we're more than happy to do so for you. This is where a future road's going to be. Well, guys, I don't know. How adventurous do we want to be today? Are you guys feeling like you really want to go for an adventure? Then let's go down the dirt road, guys. I don't know. This is pretty cool. We just want you guys to see all this. Look at the dirt twister. Can you see it out there? Now what's cool about this particular phase is that you have neighbors surrounding this property that probably have been here for a long, long time. Look how mature the landscaping is. This is like a pocket for a new subdivision in an old area. Like, look at all of this, you know. This is pretty cool. It's kind of neat seeing everything being trenched. So they're building north, from south to north in this area. So it's pretty cool. This is a plumber out here doing something. Check it out, guys. It's kind of a cool thing. And then this is back to the, I feel like we just went off-roading, even though we really didn't. Well, technically we did. Technically we went off-roading because we were off the road. So what do you guys think? Do you like what you see so far? I mean, it's not bad at all, guys. I love these homes because there's a big sidewalk here, which we don't need to talk about because that's not what the new face is going to look like. Okay, you've seen it. Let's go to the map now, and then we will talk pricing, guys. To the map we go, and then pricing right after, guys. Here we go. So today, guys, we are, of course, in Fresno, the Fresno area, in the boundaries of Clovis Unified School District, which is an award-winning school district. Let me kind of zoom in here and show you guys. So this is the region of Fresno County, guys, this dark circular space. This dark circular space here that you see kind of on your screen. And Fresno County is actually much larger than just this little dark circle here. It actually spans south here. You know, Fowler, Selma, Kingsburg, all these little cities are actually part of Fresno County as well. Today we are in southeast Fresno, just south of Clovis, actually, because Clovis is this whole area. Kind of up here, you can see here where it says Clovis. We are down here just north of Highway 180. Where this pin is located. We will zoom into that in just a second, guys. Just FYI, Fresno is actually the 5th largest city in the state, so that's a little fun fact for you if you are thinking about relocating here. We've got clients reaching out to us all the time, making a move here, whether it's for work, for family, affordability, lots of different reasons, but those are usually the top 3. So if you are making a move here, you know, there are some areas that you may want to avoid, lots of areas that are fantastic, and everything in between. So reach out to us. We can help you find the right thing. You'll kind of notice we've got Fresno Air Terminal right here. It is Fresno Yosemite International Airport, guys. So we have people traveling here all the time from all over the world, landing in Fresno to rent a car to then drive an hour north of here to the gates of Yosemite National Park. So that is an amazing national park, lots of waterfalls. We've got lots of mountains in a multitude of directions, actually, within about an hour or so from here. So that's kind of a cool thing about Fresno. Also, you're only about 2.5 hours from the nearest coast, Pismo Beach, Monterey Bay, both really, really nice places to go. It's close enough for a day trip. It's far enough that it feels like you're really in a different world. So there's lots of things that are great about this area. So with all of that, let me show you exactly where we are today. So if I zoom it back out, right, here we are. Today, guys, we are right over here, all right, in the southeast area. A nice thing, probably one of my most favorite things about this location is that if you have children, you are in Clovis Unified School District, which is amazing. I can't begin to tell you how fantastic that is. You are paying Fresno property taxes. Sometimes there's all these different special taxes for Clovis if you actually live in Clovis. So to live in Fresno and actually still benefit from the Clovis Unified Schools, but paying Fresno taxes, that is a benefit in my opinion. So we can certainly talk more about all this stuff later. If you want to reach out to us, give us a call. But right here where this pin is where these homes are being built. We kind of drove around. In fact, some of the roads aren't even in yet that we kind of drove all around this area, actually right over here. And you can see all the neighbor properties that I was mentioning, the older properties that have been there for years and years. That's what makes up all of this. So this dirt here is what is being built right here. So anyways, there's a lot coming out here as well. Let me actually go back really quick and kind of show you
let me talk on that really quick for you. So if I go back here, where do you go shopping? Where do you eat? Where do you go to eat? Where do you do all these different things? Well, we've got a Starbucks extremely close by, guys. Less than 5 minutes. And we have a really nice brand new Target and a really new shopping center right up here, guys. We have an In-N-Out Burger off of Clovis Avenue. This just opened this year. We've got a Sprouts Farmers Market. It's a nice, really, really nice grocery store, guys. We've got a Target. This is, I think, the biggest Target in the Central Valley, actually. It's a super Target. It is gigantic. In fact, we have a video where we showcase these places here a little bit more. So if you want to see that, just let me know. And then if you go south half a mile from there, we've got everything else under the sun that you will probably ever need, right? So fast food, dining, medical offices, dental, everything, guys. Everything that you're going to need is here. So, and all of that is just a hop, skip, and a jump. You're going from here. Here, let's just actually do it real quick. So if we go from the pin, let's just do it to Target on Clovis Avenue. You're 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes or 3 miles, so that is very close. So if you follow the blue from here down to here, guys, 8 minutes, maybe 9 to 10 minutes to get down here to all of the other stuff I'm talking about. So moral of the story, guys, is that within 10 minutes, you've got pretty much everything you need. That's just going in one direction. There's lots of stuff everywhere out this way. Anyways, let me dive into pricing really quick. I've got it saved here in advance for us just to save time for you. The first house in the video we saw today was the 3-bed, 2-bath plus the den open concept floor plan. 1782 square feet. The lot size on that, by the way, is around 4,500, give or take the specific lot. That will vary. 489.90. Okay. Solar, I believe, is 12 to 15,000 or so on these. That's going to put us. It's going to keep us under 500,000. We're looking at about 490 to 495 out the door is what it's looking like. Is that worth it for a brand new, nice home in Clovis Unified School District? I think so. What do you guys think? All right. If you prefer the second house, the one that's nearly 1,000 feet bigger, let's just, you like the layout, you want the bigger yard, you want more square footage, all of that. You are looking at $561,990. With solar on that one, you're probably sitting at about $575. So it's about an $80,000 difference. We can talk about what that means in a mortgage payment depending on the rate. Sometimes that's the best because sometimes it is easier to digest a monthly mortgage payment working within the budget versus $80,000. What does that actually mean for you? So reach out to us anytime and we look forward to hearing from you. And more than that, we look forward to helping you make the right move here. And if you enjoy the video, then check out this one, guys, right there. Thanks for watching.